3 is the future.
Welcome, crew, to What Are Your Three, a Channel 3 podcast where we take a member of the Channel 3 community, discuss 3 games of their choosing, go through some honorable mentions and some other odds and ends for a nice little video game discussion. I'm Dan. With me, as always, Ray.
What's going on, people? It's Dan. It's earlier. It's earlier tonight. I don't know what I'm gonna do with all the extra time I'm gonna have tonight after this. But our guest tonight, Mr. vongein himself, aka Batman. AKA Batman vongein, AKA Batman, AKA Day One Pokemon fan, AKA Metalhead Nerd, AKA #1 Hypno fan. We're gonna get into all of it. vongein, how you doing tonight?
Good, man. How you doing?
I'm good. I'm excited to talk about some video games here. Before we jump into video games, though, I need to ask about this because I was looking through it and I'm trying to understand. I want to know what this is all about. What's this cryptid camp about? I saw your cryptid
so
camp
it's a
counselor.
new TCG. Yeah, so it's a new TCG that is done by some of the artists that did MetaZoo, and I met them at Squonkapalooza, and I'm a counselor. So I'm like to promote the channel, promote the card game, and have fun. It's fun. If you like cryptids like Bigfoot and stuff, it's really cool.
Yeah, so I was looking through it and just seeing kind of like all the messaging about it. They're like, we're not going to have any AI doing this. This is all like kind of independent artists putting together these things. It just seems like it just looked really cool. So I wanted to ask about it and give you kind of a little bit just to chat about.
Yeah, if you're into like TCGs, this game I haven't even learned how to play it. It's weird. It's completely different than Pokemon, Magic, Yu-Gi-Oh, all that. So if you're looking for something different, but they have a lot of cool chase cards. I've pulled a 40 out of 50 card, and I pulled something out of 100 card. So there's a lot of stuff for collectors to get to.
We're sending Suro Mike in. He's gonna our card game expert's coming in to evaluate. That's what we'll have to have. We'll get a report out from him when all said and done. All right, well, I'll tell you what, it's game time. Let's talk your 3. You start off with game 1, Super Metroid. I have to question, first of all, probably the best of the Metroids. Is that fair, or is this a different thought?
No, definitely best. It's my favorite game of all time, probably.
Nice. That's a great place for us to start. So you and I'm slightly older than you. We were chatting before the show, so you're not far off from me. So how did Super Metroid find its way into your life?
So I was never a Zelda kid. I always played Metroid. I was horrible at it. It's a really hard game. So when I got my Super Nintendo, I picked up Super Metroid and I just fell in love with the graphics, the gameplay. Seeing Ridley and like Kraid, just, oh my God, Kraid, when he pops out, it's amazing. So it was just a complete upgrade from the original game, and I loved it.
My son was going through, he skipped the original Metroid and played the Zero Mission remake for the Advance. Good. And they use the upgraded Kraid and Ridley designs. So, like, I'm sitting there watching him, he's asking, and I'm like, some of this stuff's different than the original Metroid. Like, he's asking me stuff, and, like, not that I have, like, Metroid memorized by any stretch like the original, but, like, again, I was young, and I just, like, played it a lot. Like, I didn't keep very detailed maps or anything. I just kind of worked my way through the game, but he gets to Kraid, I'm like, whoa, wait, why is this? And I had to pull up a video of the original. Like, Kraid is the same size as you in the original NES Metroid. Yeah. But then you get to Super Metroid, and he is the size of, like, a 2-story tall room that you're battling with, which becomes the, like, definitive Kraid design from that point forward, too. And that's not a bad thing either. So it's just funny, like, I can't understate to people who weren't there, where you're like, okay, everything now Kraid is this giant, blob of a beast spitting spikes out of his belly and like disgusting, and like, no, he was like an 8-bit little monster the same size as you, just firing spikes out that you could dodge easily. So like Super Metroid comes along and you're seeing these like, oh, okay, we're getting Kraid again. Like, no, we are not just getting Kraid again. It is on. This is an entirely different monster that we're dealing with here.
Yeah.
So, yeah, that was mind blowing.
Yeah, it blew my mind when first time you seen him and Ridley. Like Ridley, you see right off the bat, and like you said, he was like a little purple alien-looking dude with wings. He was horrible looking.
It was
And
like
he's
a little
iconic.
gargoyle looking thing. Like
Yeah.
that was again your size.
Yeah, and I mean, then you see it, and you're like, my God, this thing's awesome. So,
Well, that just like it just played so much cleaner too. Like Metroid was the early end of the NES too, so like it's rough around the edges. There's a reason I told my son, I'm like, I gave him my blessing to skip the Zero mission. I'm like, they made quality of life upgrades to this thing. You will just get frustrated by the original Metroid. Go ahead, go play Zero mission. That's fine. You have my blessing. So like, but it gets the same thing. Like it's one of those things like you're playing Metroid just to goof around, have fun, and now you're at a point where like, okay, I'm gonna play this thing. So did you feel like you accomplished something with this one?
Yeah, I mean, I played Metroid my whole childhood. I got Nintendo when I was 5, and Metroid was probably about 6 or 7, and I never saw a boss. I've never made it that far to find a boss. Like that game, when you're a kid, that game is insane. And putting Super Metroid in, like seeing Ridley right off the bat and just fighting the bosses and working your way through it, it's an amazing feeling. And you just learn as you go.
Can I step on your?
And then, like you said, Zero missions and Fusion. Yeah.
No, go ahead, please continue.
And then like you said, Zero missions and Fusion. They just took what Super Metroid did and really defined the 2D genre of Metroid.
Can I step on yours and just tell you a story about like what happened to me with the original Metroid? So I finally decided, much like you, I always just went and I got the bomb and I just kind of screwed around in the game, and I was like when I was younger, and then finally I'm like, I'm gonna play this thing. And Metroid was pre battery pack era. Like, Zelda was your battery backup save on the cartridge. Metroid was password oriented. And again, one of those things you spoiled rotten kids now when Nintendo puts out passwords or Nintendo puts out like your eShop gift cards, they got rid of the letter O. They got rid of the stuff that could be mistaken for zeros or ones. I had a Metroid password that I could not figure out whether it was zeros or O's. And like I probably got about halfway through the game and I password locked myself of like, what am I supposed to do? Wait, no, I can't. I don't know what my password was. I don't know. It was one of those things like I couldn't find an old sheet. Like I turned to a fresh page. It was like a terrible timing because I threw away the loose leaf sheet or whatever I had it on. I'm just filled with dread still thinking about every time I go on. I'm like, oh, thank God they got rid of the letter O, because I still to this day, like I will tell anybody who gets mail from Channel 3, it's me. And if you get a 0 on your letter, I put the dash through the 0. So you will know it is me. I draw my ones out with the hat and with the base on it. With my 7s, I put a line through the middle of the 7. So I want you all to understand when you get a piece of mail from me that is a Channel 3 sticker, you're seeing the results of my personal trauma directly related to Metroid and how I write all of my numbers to this day. So I apologize for stepping on your game discussion.
I do the same.
But I want everyone to understand why specifically. It is because of Metroid that I do this.
Yeah, I do the same thing because of Metroid, and I have stories like you. Castlevania 3 I borrowed from my uncle, and I got through it. I had like some other people, and my mom threw away my sheet with all my passwords. And there's no worse feeling than losing the password to your game.
Mom, you may as well just come stand in front of the screen the entire time I'm playing. Just go, just step right on me while you're doing it.
I flipped. I was pissed. I sent the game back to my uncle and I said, I'm done. I'm not playing it no more.
So back to Super Metroid. I apologize for derailing that in password discussion hour. Again, you people don't understand. That was again, my son, he just hit save state. He was fine. Whatever. You kids don't get it these days. But so they took everything about Metroid, and much like a lot of the Super Nintendo, they're just like, no, we're just going to perfect this thing. And like you said, it defined 2D's, and even still, like even with Dread, you still get a feeling of, I could see some of the things they did with Dread only because I played that right after my son played Zero Mission. It finally made me go back and be like, I'm gonna go play Dread now. I like delayed and put that off. But it was definitive because everything they did up until I didn't play. He just got the 3DS remake of Metroid 2. I don't know how that one plays by comparison, but everything they did up through the Game Boy Advance and all that, this was all based on like no, we nailed it. Much like everybody says Mario Kart 8, they nailed it, and we don't have to do better than Mario Kart 8. And there's people who are like gonna forever be there. They kind of perfected this game. Like all the powers are all just kind of derivative from this. The gameplay feels like they locked it in. The character models, like everything, just feels like they nailed it, and they know they nailed it, and they're just kind of like we're gonna hold course here. I don't know. Did you feel that making that jump?
Yeah, and I did play the Return of Samus game, and yeah, it feels about the same as Super Metroid. They added some new, they upgraded, gave you some new mechanics and stuff to make it fresh, but for the most part, it's Metroid 2, and so's Dread. Which, side note, I hate Dread. I think it's a horrible game. I don't like that game. But
we'll talk about your ratings at some other point in the course of this podcast. I kept the questions aside. I didn't want this to become an attack concern here. But
yeah,
fair enough.
I'm a weird one. But yeah, and then Super Metroid, the community, the hacks and ROM hacks are amazing. Like I have like 5 of them, and they're just expanding and give you more reason to play the game over again.
What are they adding? Is it like quality of life stuff, or is it just we have our first show and tell?
Show and tell. Like Super Metroid redesign, they kind of just fixed some of the stuff in the original that they needed fixed, and like pacing, maps, stuff like that.
Just those gaps in time where you're like not fighting something. It's just like filling in those spaces to keep you a little busier rather than just like running across the entire map.
And then like Phase On, they added a little bit of the Metroid, the 3D Metroid into it. I haven't played much of that one. But then you have like Justin Bailey, where you're just Samus in her bikini, like the one-piece bikini with a gun. Same game, just they hacked it.
The internet remains
Zero
undefeated
Mission,
in 2025.
That's right. Zero Mission, which is kind of like a retelling of the first one through Super Metroid gameplay, and then Hyper, which I have no idea. I get stuck in this game. It's super. I have no idea where to go.
That's the fun part about some of these like ROM hacks and homebrews. Like I've played some Mario ones that like they basically just took the build for Mario 3 and just like made more good Mario 3, but also like you'll hit a point where the game just breaks and you can't do anything with it either. It's like that's what happens. Yeah, somebody just jailbreak a game.
Yeah, or it's the people who beat like Super Metroid a million times, and they're like, "Hey, let's make this harder." And then if you don't know what you're doing, you're like, "I'm stuck. I don't know what to do."
Yeah, it's like those Mario Maker levels where like if you don't hit something perfectly exactly to the 1/8 of a second, you're toast. Forget it.
And speedrun guys.
Yeah, it's a different breed. It's a different breed.
Yeah.
Any favorite powers? Like anything you got in this one? You're like, oh, the game is mine now.
I mean the screw attack. Obviously, the screw attack is like game breaking. But I've always been partial to the freeze ray.
You're in the end game. You know you're in the end game. Yeah. Nothing's going to stop you now.
Yeah, but I've always been partial to freeze ray because I think that was one of the few power ups I used to get in Metroid. I used to be able to find the freeze ray.
Yes, that's an early one in Metroid, so you could jump on those little hot dog guys. I always called them that when I was a kid, the little hot dogs that you could jump on and use the freeze ray to move.
Yep.
Did you as far as speed goes, how many times have you like beaten this thing? Have you done the speed runs? Have you been able to accomplish this thing?
No. My channel, my show's called I Suck at Games. I suck at games. I beat Super Metroid and I can beat it, but I just get the helmet. I can't beat it quick. Yeah,
it's like a changing time over the amount of time you're able to do it with it. So yeah, as far as
it's under 3 hours.
I'll never forget it. It's just not going to happen.
No, I get too fun and I want to explore that game.
So you said this is your favorite of all. Like this is number one with a bullet. No, there was no hesitation in your voice. Nothing stopping you. Why is this number one?
I think it's just the time frame. Like back in the day, it was the game that hit me. I was like 10, 11, 12 whenever this came out or whenever I got it. And, the visuals and stuff just stuck with me, the gameplay. And for some reason, I always loved Metroid, like I said, on the Nintendo. I was horrible at it, but I just played it for hours.
You know what happened too? I when I got to the Metroids in Nintendo, they were like horrifying because they're so tough to deal with. Ah, they're not fun.
Yeah,
And I felt like I could beat them better in the Super
that was
Nintendo.
Nintendo. Yeah, Nintendo was just hard all around.
Everything was difficult with Nintendo.
But still fun.
Yeah.
They
didn't
made it. They still made it fun. It's okay.
I hate Ninja Turtles, but I played that game my whole childhood. It's a horrible game, but
All right, game number 2. We're heading Pokemon Red, the original game. The game that decided that poison should be the most prominent trait, as a bunch of people learned a few days ago on trivia. I don't know why I knew that, and then I just like I don't know why I knew that. But when I saw the question, I was like, yeah, no, it's poison. We have a lot of poisonous Pokemon because and then they'll be basically useless. But we're gonna have a whole lot of them.
Well, because they're secondary, I guess, right? You get like the poisonous grass types and things like that.
Yeah, it's like everything else and poison.
there was a lot of bugs.
A lot of bugs.
In Gen 1.
A lot of heading through the forest.
Yeah.
All right,
I picked
Pokemon
normal.
Red.
I thought there was a lot of normal Pokemon.
I mean,
Yes.
it would make sense. It would feel like it makes sense. So, Pokemon Red, you play this game, and is it immediate? You play like this is amazing.
Yeah, like I remember the cartoon coming on, and my buddy, we had Game Boys, so he went and bought Blue, I bought Red, and it was like a battle. We were trying to like, hey, I got this far, I got this far. We started trading, and it's addictive. Like once you get into Pokemon, it was very addictive, and I've skipped a couple generations, but I usually always was playing a Pokemon game at some point in time in my life. But yeah, Red still I think is one of the best ones.
So were you watching the show before you played the game?
Yeah, it came on one afternoon, or I don't remember. I was trying to watch something, and it came on, and yeah, I kind of just started watching it, and then I realized what it was. And I think I went and got a Game Boy just for this game. Like I didn't even own a Game Boy; I owned a Game Gear. So I went. One of my buddies sold me a Game Boy for like $20, and went and bought Pokemon.
So you start the game, and which Pokemon do you choose?
So I always thought I picked Bulbasaur, but I recently went back onto my red card and I picked Squirtle. And so my whole like childhood is a lie. I always thought it was Bulbasaur. And I know my buddy picked Charizard. He picks Charmander.
Wait, why did you lie to yourself? Like, is there something like why did you lie to yourself? That's why I need a psychologist breakdown of this.
I don't know. Like I always thought Bulbasaur. Like that's my favorite starter. I picked Bulbasaur. And the videos on my YouTube channel, I popped it in and I was so confused. I'm like, why do I have a Blastoise? Like I couldn't figure out what was going on. And I know I transferred Pokemon off of that, but yeah, no, the Blastoise was like my OG one. I have no idea what happened.
I've been living a lie for 28 years. I just figured it out now.
Telling everybody you have Bulbasaur.
If you watch the video, you can see like the distrust, like the Mandela effect in my brain. Like I don't know what's going on. I'm very, very confused. I really don't know what happened to my game.
So how'd you go about playing Pokemon? Because your friend played Blue and you had Red. Would you have one Pokemon just powered up? Did you go exploring, searching to collect all the Pokemon? Like how'd you play the game?
I tried to collect them all. And I always try to make myself like a gym leader. Like, what would be my Pokemon? And I know Red, I was a Psychic type Pokemon trainer, and made the game very easy. Yes, that I do know. It made the game very easy. So
yeah, it's amazing how those first games they had Psychic and they decided, you know what, there's nothing. Like if you have Psychic, you win. Like
Psychic's weakness was Psychic, and it's like okay. Like this is stupid, but we'll go with it.
Not going to bump in any other ones of those. You'll be fine.
There's nothing else. You're not going to see any others. Any level 100 Pokemon?
Yes, I did do the rare candy trick, the missing no, and my whole team was like 100. I went maxed out everyone I could.
So
Hypno was number one. I do know that.
Number one, Hypno. Any link cable battles? Yeah. Did you connect with the link cable?
We did. yes, we did have the link enable. And we did battles, we did trades, all that fun stuff from Gen 1.
And you still
Kind of
playing now?
outlawed the 100.
What's the
Yes.
What's the latest Pokemon game now? Anyone that you're playing and enjoying?
Legends ZA I bought, but I'm playing the Suian one, Legends Arceus, because I kind of skipped it. And after completing Scarlet and Violet, I figure I'll go back and play Arceus, and then as soon as I complete it, I'll jump into ZA, hopefully.
How's Arceus going?
I don't know. I don't like it that much. I don't dig that game. Like everyone else said how great it was, and I'd rather just have my normal Pokemon game.
I got bad news for you about
Sad.
ZA then before you get to it.
I've heard. But I figured I'm gonna buy it. I pre-ordered it so I could get a mat, and I'm like a sucker for free stuff.
How's the Pokemon card collection? Because I think that's something you do a bit too, right? I thought I saw.
My son appreciates the cards that vongein gave him. Even he was giving out with his cards at the Pittsburgh Gaming Expo, Pokemon cards. So yes, he's got plenty. I know that much.
Yeah, I give out Pokemon stuff all the time. Yeah, it's going good. It's a little hard to find stuff, but thankfully my wife works from home on Fridays, so she can go stand in line at GameStop and pick us up some stuff to open. And we're collecting. One master setted Crown Zenith, which is the first set I started 2 years ago for the YouTube channel, and I think we have like 4 or 5 sets we're trying to complete right now. And yeah, so we're just trying to get as much as we can open and pray that we hit some big hits.
All right, let's go. Game number 3. We got Red Dead Redemption, the original. I'm just amazed, Dan. This is the second time in a month that we're talking about Red Dead Redemption 1.
I'm just waiting for the day we hit Red Dead Revolver. But yes,
I was like, so how does this game fit in? 'Cause, I mean, you got Super Metroid, on the Super Nintendo. You got Pokemon Red. We're 90s. We're playing games, and now number 3 is Red Dead Redemption. How do we jump over here?
So I suck at games. And I actually 100% this game, and it was brutal to do some of the stupid stuff that they make you do. But my sister-in-law was actually living with us, and my wife and her would sit there and watch me play this for hours. And they would I don't know why they would watch me, but they'd get sucked into the storyline and laugh at me whenever I was trying to knife bears to death. But yeah, it's the only game I ever 100%ed.
Was that one of the achievements you had to hit? Was knifing a bear?
So there's like marksman, hunter. There's different stuff that you have to unlock, like outfits, and you have to, like level 4, you have to kill a cougar with dynamite, and then you have to knife a cougar, and then you have to knife 2 bears and skin them without dying. And it took me about 3-4 hours to do. There's a glitch to make it work.
So you said your wife and sister-in-law kind of into the story. Were you into the story too? It's like why is this the game that you 100%ed of all the games? Because like you said, it's not
in
easy.
high school. In high school, Grand Theft Auto 3 came out, and we'd be partying, we'd be playing that in Vice City and stuff. But I never played the game. Someone else always owned them. We just put the codes in, got our high score, jumped stuff, fought cops and stuff like that. And I don't know, it dropped down to like $20 or $30 for the Game of the Year edition. I bought it, and I like cowboys, I like westerns, so it sucked me in, and yeah, I just went down on that game. It's a fun game. You go around, shoot stuff, and hunt, and I think I hunted the most.
So you wrote, when you were telling us this list, you said you had tattoos all this game. You ever get Red Dead Redemption tattoo? Is that part of it here?
Yeah. So so me and my wife got tattoos for our 10-year anniversary. And I picked my favorite hats. So I have Red Dead Redemption hat right there, Samus, Pokemon, Shy Guy, and Halo 2. Or Halo. So
what are the flowers? What is the flower significance tied in there?
So my favorite color is teal, and her favorite color is purple. Because I'm a Jaguars fan. And it says, "I've lived 1,000 lives," the J.R.R. Martin quote. So hers has books in it. She reads a lot.
Oh, that's the perfect relationship, right? That's what every video always says. You have the one person play video games and the person reading right next to them.
Yeah.
Ever get lost just riding a horse and enjoying the scenery as you're playing the game? Kind of like going back doing like the
Yes,
Grand Theft Auto stuff, but just out west now.
No, I love just riding the horse around. And you mentioned two definitely when you would hit the somatic scene and the horse would just go. That was amazing. Like, they really captured the Western feel in these games. Robin Banks, Robin Trains. It was fun to do. I did always try to be the good guy though.
That's not easy to do.
No.
Well, let's move to your honorable mentions. A list that I'm going to jokingly say. Again, you and I were talking before the record that you listened to the Square Pegs episode right before this and felt challenged, I assume, to try to find games that we had never discussed before. I kid. I know there's more to it than that, but we got 3 games that Ray didn't believe existed again.
Yeah, I picked the games before I listened to Square Pegs, so I was like, good. I picked games that they're going to be excited about.
That's even better. Now, I had to update your title because your first game you did not give me the complete title for. And I had to make sure I put in here the Kiss Psycho Circus, The Nightmare Child, a first-person shooter for the Sega Dreamcast. That was my first question. Was this a PC or was this a Dreamcast? But for those, go ahead, please take this over. I can't do this justice you're going to do.
So if you want a Spawn game that's not Spawn and actually better than that, Todd McFarlane in 9. Kiss did Psycho Circus. They got back together, released their first new album with the original members. And for some reason, Todd McFarlane's like, I'm going to make a comic book that is insane, where Kiss are like these god-type creatures that are here to protect the world and all this stuff. And they made a game. I don't know why. But so you're just some random guy, and you basically get the power of the Star Child in the first part. And you slowly become the members of Kiss, and you fight. The most memorable one for me is a giant clown with tarantula feet, kind of like Pennywise, and just the craziest stuff you can think of it in Todd McFarlane world.
Yeah, worth the play. Todd McFarlane's like, we're gonna take a Kiss tribute band and give them superpowers out of nowhere. That was just like obviously the way this is going to play out.
Yeah. Well, I mean, if you watch Scooby-Doo meets Kiss. They also use that where like the elder or the gods that they work for, and they can travel through space and time on their guitar. And yeah, a lot of that started with Todd McFarlane, and why, I don't know.
I apologize. I should have declared it Kiss Psycho Circus when I introduced it to. I really dropped the ball on the proper introduction. Right. Okay. So how? Now I know the Dreamcast wasn't with us long, and there weren't that many games. But like, what happened here? Were you familiar with the comics, or was it just into Kiss?
I actually bought a Dreamcast. So my dad's a huge Kiss Army fan. I'm a Kiss Army fan. It was my first concert. I have tons of Kiss tattoos. So whenever I walked into an EB Games and saw the big box for the PC for like $5, and I had to snag it. And I played it on my old Windows ME. And, I did good on it, and I played it. And then, probably about 10, 12 years ago, I was like, you know what? I'm buying a Dreamcast, and I'm buying Kiss Psycho Circus. It's the only game I'm buying. And it's literally what I did. I got on eBay, bought a Dreamcast, bought this game, and just so I could play it at home. See what it's like. All
right. Now, this had to either be $5 or $500 to get a copy of this game used. Which was it?
It was about $20.
Oh, wow. Okay, so it was on the low side.
Yeah, it's gone up in price, but it's only like $40 or $50 now. It's not outrageously expensive quite yet.
I keep trying to explain to my son. He's like, as he's going through his retro gaming phase now, and he's like, why is this game $5 and this game's like $200 to get a hold? Well, there were you could trip over copies of the Super Mario Galaxy, but no, you're not finding this other game. They only made probably like 500 of them. You're not going to find this. So I wasn't sure where Kiss Psycho Circus, The Nightmare Child fell into this one.
The PC's even worse because like I have one of the big boxes sitting over there. It's Peter Criss, but they did one for each member. Plus, I think like a normal one.
That is the most Kiss thing they could have done. That is the most.
I'll go grab it.
That is absolutely the most Kiss thing. Of like, no, you can't buy one copy of this game. The Kiss Army will buy 4 copies of this game.
So there's the Peter Criss one. and it opens up, and there's the other covers that you can get, and yeah. So you got to have all 4. I only bought 1. Oh, I'm sorry. It was pre-owned for $1.99 at EB Games. $5.
That's awesome.
It was towards the end. Yeah, it was towards the end when they were going out of business there.
Oh my god! So nice you bought it twice in the end. So they may not have gotten you with the 4 alternating covers, but they at least got you to get the Dreamcast version. Is that really the only Dreamcast game you have?
No, I got more now, but it was the only one I had.
It was priority number 1. Is there any special feature with the memory card on that?
Not that I've ever known.
I said the memory card did some weird stuff with the Dreamcast. I figured there might be something they hid in there. I'm sorry, I'm still hung up on they made on the 4 copies of on the 4 different covers of that thing. That is so aggressively Kiss.
Yeah, there's 2 Kiss games on home console. There's Psycho Circus and there's a Kiss Pinball for the PlayStation 1, which I also have the big box for the computer for that also.
So, some great. So, I mean, again, like you said, Todd McFarlane was the mind behind the comic book, and therefore, like, just of course, you're going to get the most warped visuals possible.
Oh yeah,
in this thing. Was that just what stuck out to you with this game, or like what was it? Just like the whole experience tied together.
The whole experience, like, I mean, I was always a Spawn fan. Like, you know, growing up in that era, Spawn was like the thing to be cool, and like. And for Todd to make these figures and make the games, and it was just a weird time.
Okay, I should have some kind of joke about this transition that we're going to go through here. I unfortunately tweaked my neck getting whiplash trying to figure out how to transition from the Elder God, Todd McFarlane driven Kiss Psycho Circus game to the Muppet Monster Adventure, primarily starring Robin and Kermit's nephew. Also the same era, so 2000 on the PlayStation. Same era. What happened? Huh?
So I have tattoos of Muppets too. I love Muppets. And I found this game before the pandemic, so I paid $20 for it. It's now like an over $100 game. And it's basically Zelda. It's Zelda with the Muppets.
It's amazing.
It's the most. It is the epitome of a PS1 aesthetic 3D platformer. Like, probably if you were to take that era of games, be like, okay, tell me what system this is. You could just nail PS1. I'm sorry, PlayStation. Ray's gonna get mad at me for saying PS1, but whatever. I don't.
That's okay.
He's not in a fighting mood. He's in good mood.
PS1 was that remake they made.
The secondary console they made
after PS2.
Oh, yeah.
They made that skinnier version. That was PS1. The PlayStation came out before the PlayStation 2, obviously.
So the PS, do I just call it the PS instead of having to say PlayStation? I just say PS1.
it's the PlayStation.
It is the most PlayStation aesthetic game possible. It's right there with Spyro and the other 3D platformers, but it's the Muppets. I got a shout out, by the way. I need to give my Michael Giacchino shout out here for. This was in the midst of his video game soundtrack run before he moved into movies and TV with like The Incredibles and Lost. He was in his bag putting together these killer soundtracks. He did just like a bunch of Muppet-esque music in the middle of this thing. I'm sorry, and I had to go through the long play just listening. I'm like, yeah, okay, that tracks. That's definitely Giacchino work there.
Did you read the names of what the monsters are called?
Well, I'm going to shout out Baron Petrie von Honeydew and just ask, was he wrong in this?
No, that's one. But the best ones are you got the Kerr Monster, you got the Bride of the Kerr Monster, you have the Muck Monster, which is I can't remember what his name is.
Is that Fozzie's?
No, it's Clifford. He's like this pink guy that no one remembers.
They went to the C tier. The C tier Muppets for this game. I didn't know.
Muppets is not my area. I wouldn't know.
The only one, like, no one understands why Clifford's in this game. Fozzie's, though, is the Waka Waka Werebear.
Of course.
But Gonzo's is the best. It's Nose Ferratu.
That's perfect. You can't beat that. I have
So-
questions like, why did they center this on? Was Kermit too busy? Like, how did Robin get called up from the B team for this one?
So you go to the haunted mansion type thing, and everyone disappears, and Robin's left alone, and they're all turned into monsters. And as you defeat them, you get special abilities. So like when you defeat Nosferatu, you can now glide, and
Yeah, you
when
get like green
defeat the
bat wings
monster,
on
you get
Robin.
burned.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's kind of cool. So it's like Zelda. As you defeat each temple or each villain, you get new abilities to go into the next level. And yeah, it's just a weird game, man. I wanted to bring it up so people know.
Okay, so this wasn't even something you. I mean, again, you probably were mildly aged out of this when it came out, but like you got this thing like pre-pandemic era. Why? Why did you do that? I didn't even know this game existed, but like, why did you say like I'm getting me some Muppet Monster Adventure?
I think I was watching Erin Plays. I think she's a YouTuber, and I love the Muppets. So like, the Nintendo game's horrible, and after that, it's a lot of handhelds, and there's not a lot of Muppet games.
Well, and none of them feel like Muppets. Like none of them feel like they're just like Muppets slapped onto another type of game. Yeah, and poorly usually.
Yeah. So there's 2 PlayStation 1 games. There's Muppet Racing, which is amazing. In the back of the book, they give you a code to unlock everything, and you can be Fraggle Rock. It kind of ties all the Jim Henson stuff into one racing game. And then she played this Muppet Monster game, man, and I was like, I have to own this. I feel like this is going to be worth money one day, and I better buy it now before it jacks up in price. And it definitely did.
That is astounding. That I again, like it's such a weird fallow period for the Muppets too. Like post, it's like Muppets in space era too. We're like, oh no, the Muppets are dead again. Like it's so weird that it's in the middle of like that era. That's hilarious.
I'm gonna say it was probably right after Treasure Island.
Oh,
So
the last good one. Yeah.
Yeah, and so they started working on this game, and then they died again, and
And it took until like 2011 for them to come back again. Yeah.
Yeah, Muppets in Space is an amazing movie. Hulk Hogan's in it.
I may have to go back and check that out again. That was tough, and I think I went back with my kids, and even my kids when they were little were like, "No, we're not doing it." And there was something about that one that I was like, "This just feels wrong. This feels like it's criminal to watch this movie." I don't know.
It tells you where Gonzo came from. Hollywood Hogan shows up in the height of like the NWO era. Like it was a great movie.
It's the funk soundtrack. It might have been Hogan showing up with the funk soundtrack that just feel like this feels wrong and like this is unnatural. I don't know.
Maybe.
All right, we got one more wild game on this honorable mention list. Crew Ball. So I mean, I go and look up Crew Ball. I was like, what is?
Well, he's not saying again. He's not saying it right. He's not. I don't hear an
I'm
umlaut in the way you're saying it, Ray.
I wouldn't. I honestly wouldn't even know how to pronounce it like correctly. But I saw Crew Ball. I was like, what is this? And I look it up. It's like it's a pin. There you go. And it's like, oh, it's a pinball game. I was like, that's an interesting choice. It's like, no. It's a pinball game from Motley Crue.
Yeah.
Like, not even that. It's a pinball game for 3 songs by Motley Crue because that's probably all they could fit.
It's got an awesome cover though. That
It's
cover
a great
is amazing.
cover.
Dr. Feelgood's on it. Yeah.
Clearly shows that it's a pinball game on that cover right there. For
There's
the
a flipper. There's a flipper ball right there in the middle, man.
Right, it's there for the Sega Genesis as Sega continues their whole. Hey, we're way cooler than Nintendo. Look how cool we are with our Motley Crue game here. So, how'd you find this one?
So my one buddy had opened a gaming store, and I went in to buy some stuff, and I bought Rocket Knight Adventure because I sold mine, and Dragon's Lair for Sega CD, and he had a box copy, and I'm like, what is this? And it was like $8, so I snagged it because I'm a huge Motley Crue fan, big metalhead. So I'm like, well, I have to play it, and it's not a bad game. It's a pretty good pinball game, all in all.
Sidebar: is your buddy's shop still around, and is it up in the greater area where you are? Oh, it's too bad.
It was in Indiana. He was at PGX. He was selling the canvases and that. It's called Eternal Designs. Yeah. He
What
used
was
to
it?
own a store in
I'll let you
Indiana.
shout it out again. I spoke over that. I'm sorry. Shout it out again.
It's, Eternal Designs. He sells all kinds of fun stuff.
Too close to the nuclear plants. That's why the store couldn't survive. That's all.
Probably.
Sorry,
Yeah,
Ray.
it
I
was a fun little
apologize.
score.
I was there. So you get 3 songs. You get Dr. Feelgood, Livewire, and Home Sweet Home. Do you have a preference on which song you liked hearing the most when you played this?
Probably Livewire. Home Sweet Home. It sounds okay, and Dr. Feelgood's okay, but yeah, I think I like the 8-bit, the 16-bit style with Livewire.
Home Sweet Home
And
does
the
not
game
feel
is-
like it should be a pinball song.
Yeah, it's a little weird.
I could buy the other two and like trying to get the energy for like an upbeat pinball game. Okay, I got nothing.
It's not even upbeat. This game is crazy. There's like skulls and aliens, and you keep working your way up levels, and you bust through, and there's like this crazy thing throwing stuff at you, and skulls coming everywhere. It's nuts.
This is
Yeah,
great
you're
because
kind-
it's
you're
a
kind of
Rate's nightmare.
battling.
We'll never see it on the
Oh,
Sega
you never
Genesis
see it again.
online.
But I was saying you like battling stuff while playing pinball.
Yeah.
That's the best way I can describe it here.
It's
I was-
like the most metal pinball you can get.
Yeah, it's what it is. This is as metal as a pinball game could get. I have that, and I just think of there's gotta be like a Kiss pinball machine in like arcades back in the day.
No, there's PlayStation 1 and computer has a Kiss pinball also, but it's awful. The screen scrolls, so like when you're playing, only half the table shown. So when you go up, the screen
Okay, yeah.
goes up. It's horrible. But look, they even gave you this cool sticker, and someone put it on the inside for me. Like this is the greatest pinball game ever made.
I say you don't get books like that anymore either. That's
No,
it's all they're like separate things. There's like companies that like now specialize in making separate books that you buy
Yep.
to kind of feel like you're getting those old books again.
The last one I bought was Retromania. I bought a physical copy of it just to get a case and a book. I didn't even get a game. I got a digital code.
But you got the book in the case.
Book. I got some cards. Yeah, it was a nice little indie project people did,
Yeah.
and it's fun.
All right, let's go to the future now. Game
Yeah.
we're looking forward to here, Project Medieval, which is supposedly Rockstar's next big game. As I say, we've done westerns, we've done GTA. What if we just do the same thing but with medieval design? Why not, right?
That's right. And knowing Rockstar, there has to be Monty Python and the Holy Grail Easter eggs all through this thing.
Ooh.
Do you believe it's?
Like-
Have they haven't confirmed this even exists? Have they?
No, it's a rumor still.
Yeah, it's hopeful. I really hope it comes out. I will play the crap out of that game.
It's not a boarding school. It's not okay. It's a logical place for them to go. I'm just kind of
Yeah.
You'd think there'd be something official they would have said by now. Just like it could buy them like a month of time to get off their backs about GTA 6. You'd think they'd say something.
I was gonna say they're so bogged down with GTA 6. I don't know
They'll
what's
announce
going
it.
on with
They'll announce it in 20 years. It'll come out. So I mean, it doesn't matter when they announce it now.
No, it doesn't. It doesn't even a little bit.
I wonder if they learned their lesson too, though. They'd be like, they're going to announce it like it comes out in 90 days. That's what they'll wait until like 2027 then. And we're like, okay.
Oh,
They should.
I have some bad news.
Oh no.
Don't do that.
I got bad news for you. Rockstar co-founder says that it was a real thing, but they never got far with it. There was a concept, and that's kind of it. He claims that it's not a thing.
Oh, that's an article from 3 weeks ago, huh?
That's the brand new article that just popped up.
Hey, PlayStation 8 will come out. That game will be there for it. It will be there in like 20, 30 years. It'll be out.
Again, they could do it. I believe in Rockstar.
We
mean,
were sort of
Skyrim
trying
would
to
be
do a version of a mythological game that could have been fun, said Hauser. And I still love that idea, but I never went very far with it. Knights would be going really far back in history. It just never got to writing any of it. Just did some backstory and played around with a few ideas, but it was always something I thought I would never do and kind of fell in love with a bit. But he's gone from there now. Maybe they did take it and run with it. Maybe they did.
Maybe
Let the dream. Don't kill the dream, Ray.
I'm telling you, it's a great idea.
Like, Red Dead Redemption 2, you go and there's that one town that has like a plague. You could have like the plague doctors walking around. Like, it's great.
Instead of
Oh,
wasted,
Gillis-
plagued. Take you to the medieval doctor for a bloodletting. Walk out and you're pulling like kind of like how Franklin walking out of the hospital, just walk out of the hospital pulling leeches off of your corpse and shaving away infection. Sweet.
Walk up to a gate and a bunch of French guys start throwing insults at you and stuff.
Go away, or I shall taunt you a second time.
That was my biggest thing. Like, I know Rockstar loves Easter eggs, and man, the Monty Python stuff in that would be amazing.
The British part of them would really come out heavily at that point, I think.
Oh yeah.
All right. Well, this is the point where this is the point where we take a question from the Channel 3 history books that we pick for you to discuss. And 50-50 toss up here. I'm going to go with this one. A quest from this week. Time to be a hero. Donkey Kong Country had its anniversary this past week, and the long standing villain to Mario, the OG Nintendo bad guy. Yeah, well, sure, he was the good guy, sort of, in Donkey Kong, or kind of entrapped in Donkey Kong 2. Whatever, who cares? Not the point. Point is, though, Donkey Kong Country is finally like the out and out good guy. What villain do you want to see get a turn to be the hero?
Ridley. Let's give Ridley a nice redemption arc.
Was like the space pirate going to have some brain damage and decide suddenly going from the number one overarching villain of the entire Metroid series, like now the good guy?
Maybe Metroid can latch onto it, suck that bad part of its brain out or something, and then it wants to stop, someone else. Maybe Dark Samus comes back and really wants to fight it. Who knows? They can make up something.
Maybe it's one of two. That maybe one, it's a prequel from before the space pirate days when Ridley was on the up and up, or two, you go like Godfather 3 and Ridley's trying to take the space pirates legit and trying to make the business clean. Maybe that's it. Yeah.
Open up like a space cafe.
Ridley just taking that scone recipe, right?
I'm tired. It's like, I'm tired. Last question we asked: what's been your favorite feature on Channel 3?
The community, man. It's been fun to interact with everyone, and I just joined like we just said, like a month and a half, 2 months ago, and it's a really fun community. People post stuff, and everyone's interacting, and the daily games is really fun. I play those every morning while I'm drinking my coffee. Really bad at them though.
Me too. And I make some of them, and I make some of them on a daily basis. Even today, I finally did well on a Mario Kart target, and completely screwed up the Fortnite one. The one that I put.
I put those. Like I got a hundo on the Fortnite.
Yeah, I know. I put it. I'm the one.
I don't set Fortnite.
I set the Fortnite target. It's
that's horrible.
They're my pictures.
It was in front of Mr. Burns. It wasn't like it was an obscure one either, though. It was the front of Mr. Burns' house.
Nope. No, I know. I took the picture. I'm in the car that's in that picture today. And the day I finally do well on Mario Kart, because I was so terrible at Mario Kart. The day I do well, Fortnite brings down the score. That's
Mario Kart's hard
today. It's so hard. I don't understand.
Every time I see like a desert, I'm like, yep, I know where that is. And I'm like, nope, it's the other desert.
Yeah, there are 3 deserts on the Mario Kart world map. There are 3 deserts.
I know.
There's 3 deserts.
And there's like, 4 beaches? Like, I'm like, this is ridiculous. They all look the same.
But at least the beaches have an aesthetic. I can get the beaches right. Yeah. I can get the shipwreck right. The deserts, I have not gotten a single one right yet. It's always the third one. Like, I'm like, maybe it's this desert or this desert. I'm like, oh, wait, there's a third desert I forgot about. And it's always the third one.
Let's see, which desert? I think I put a desert today, didn't I? I did put a desert one.
Yeah, it's a western desert.
Yeah, Red Dead Redemption's hard too, man. Like, it just shows a picture of the woods, and you're like, there's woods everywhere. It's ridiculous.
Yeah, there are some background things in that one. I just don't know that map as well. There are always landmarks in the background that I gotta look for that I'm like, I just don't know this map.
But you're also your time, so it's like you don't have time to look at the whole picture. You gotta try to go as quick as you can.
Yeah, go for it.
There's been a little more grace given to that. You've got 3 or 6 seconds now before it really starts to impact you.
I'm still panicking as I do it.
I think it's 6 seconds. You get 6 seconds now before it starts to go negative. and three pixels out of a
I
million.
screwed up Elden Ring. I screwed up Elden Ring today too. I should have known today. It was just not close. It was bad. It was a bad day. It was
Never
a rough,
played Elden Ring either.
rough day today. Bomb shoes into right 92.5 today. These people getting 90s consistently are like, I can't do it.
I had one day I got
don't
kind of lucky that
do
I'm
it.
like, oh, I got two like really high maps that carried me, and I got lucky on Red Dead that day. Not Red Dead. I got Red Dead on the dot, like pretty much, and Doom I got lucky with.
I have no chance at Doom.
I was 2 pixels on one of the Red Deads one day. It was a really good pick.
If you ever get a 0, you get a tagline for it.
Really? I'll have to try.
It does. It can happen. I have it. I did it once. Dan, do you have that one? It's the other one you don't have, right, Dan? You have the goose egg tagline.
I have the goose egg at least
can't
once,
get
if
lucky.
not twice.
You just can't get lucky on a hand.
I can't get lucky.
It's just wild.
I have the. I also have the minigame Spartan, the OG one that I got. I got the hundo on target. I got the hundo on. No, I got 97 on target, hundo on enhance, and 103 on trivia. That's how I did it.
Yeah. All right. And with that, we made it to the end of another What Are Your Three. vongein, thanks for being with us. You can find the podcast. Absolutely. You can find the podcast at c3.gg/podcast, dropping every Wednesday morning at 3:33 a.m. Eastern on all the major platforms, including Spotify, YouTube Music, and Apple Podcasts. I'm Ray. Dan puts us all together. Our theme song is by Caster Garden. And for our executive producer, Joel Willis, have a good day, everybody.
Channel 3 is the future.
do something with them.
Yeah, fair enough, man. Cool. Well, welcome. Long time no see. All the 2 months or whatever. It's been a month and not even 2 months. Jesus, time has somehow accelerated and slowed down in the last 2 months. I don't know.
Yeah,
but anyway,
it's been weird actually.
yeah, I don't know what's going on. I blame time changes, but anyway, Ray will be in a few minutes. He's wrapping some stuff up, and he'll jump in. He's the co-host on here. He's the other admin on Channel 3, and Joel, Ray, and I kind of hold the fort down with everything there. But I want to give you a rundown on a couple of things just so you know kind of how this works. We just record this in advance so that way what I tell people, you are episode number 141.
Nice.
We have done everything from NFL players to professional stand-up comedians to a literal 7th grader, so we are prepared for any eventuality for how this can go, as we have not been burned in 141 episodes, so things are I think we mostly have it. That's why I try to say, like, you don't have anything to worry about, because that's why we structured the show the way we did, outside of you telling us what games you want to talk about. That's the end of your commitment to have to prepare. It's easy for you from there, because like that's why we do it this way, because you're just talking games you picked. A lot of people pick like their favorites and things like that. Some do some themes and whatever, like about like games of like childhood or whatever. Like, don't care, whatever you're good with. And that's kind of what makes it work, is like it's painless for the guest to just like, you're talking games. Like, you do YouTube and stuff, so you're used to talking to a microphone and camera. You can handle that just fine. It's other people who have like never done anything recorded before, like, you'll be fine. We're just talking games. Ray's a teacher. I am historically a professional investigator and interrogator, so we're prepared for whatever. So anyway, I just jokingly say that to say, you saw the rundown of the show, kind of how the thing flows, and the bullet points for it. Ray and I divvy up the games. We keep a Google Doc up and keep that running live on our end. And I bring that up for you just because there are going to be points where like we're transitioning, and usually we put a note in just so it's one less thing I have to edit on the Google Docs. So you're like, okay, your turn, Ray. Like, so I don't have to cut that out. The only things I cut are, I try inevitably, just with these weather changes that we're going through right now, is I'm eventually going to go like at some point, clearing my throat, and hopefully I have muted. But if not, we're all tracked separately, so I can just make that disappear anyway. Okay. So I don't worry about that. But that's the kind of stuff I disappear, or if there's some dead air, I get rid of that. I only bring that up because if we're transitioning and you hear some dead air, if you have something you want to say, by all means, please do. Also, though, at the same time, if you're like, I don't have anything to say, are they waiting for me? No, we're probably not. So, don't ever feel pressured like I have to say something senseless, or like they'll be like, I gotta force saying something. No, you don't. You're fine either way. We'll be all good on that front there. And that's the stuff I just tighten up. I don't reorganize anything, make you sound like a Nazi or anything like that. I just stick to.
Oh yeah.
I just stick to.
I Square Peg.
Yeah.
I did check out one of the episodes just to see kind of how the flow was, and I was like, all right.
Which one did you pick? Let's see if it was a good one.
Square Pegs.
That was he's the same thing. He's just professional video man. So that was just keeping the beast moving in one direction. That was easy. That was.
Then you guys were making fun of all the like normal games, and I'm like, crap! Did I pick two normal games?
You're good. No, it's funny. Like, no, it's only because, like I said, literally, he was episode 140, and there are. I hope you did not feel challenged by that. I guess Pokemon Red falls into the like. Okay, that's one of the ones that we will hit periodically. But like, no, you've got some unique ones on here, and we'll get to that. Save it for the podcast. Don't bring it up now. Save it for the podcast. So
you do this like video wise, because like. I legit got copies of everything. I didn't know if you actually videoed it or not.
So I record the video. I have not had a lot of time because like I want to like extract some promos and things like that. It's okay to have visual aids for us chatting anyway. 99.9% of this is just eye contact for the three of us here. If I were any better and made better use of my time, I would because because this will be another rush edit job, so I don't know if all the time. Like I usually like extracting like a 30 or a 60-second clip of something. But I would send you for permission to say like, hey, can I use the video from this for something? Otherwise, the video just rots on my hard drive. Or this is also the place where I farm the most GIFs from for the site with like the reactions that we use. Again, same thing. I will send you for permission, and the fun part about those is always I release them to the people who either provide them or I get permission from, and you get to use it before anybody else could get access to it anyway. So it's always more fun that way.
Okay.
Wait, how do I get that one? Like you don't get that one. You're stuck. So, but feel free to drop it. I'm doing my part on video here right now because I'm trying to assemble, trying to put together the what's it called? Oh, God, why am I picturing the logo of the Starship Troopers? I'm doing my part. We're working on one of those, just like a bunch of clips of people doing. I'm doing my part. So feel free if you'd like, drop yours now, and it will be a part of that collection.
I'm doing my part.
There you go. Perfect. Nailed it. One take. One
Great
take.
Movie.
Yes, it is a special movie, and yes, in that Paul Verhoeven oeuvre that none can replicate.
I was like, I don't know, 12 when that movie came out, I think. And Fish Tits. When she takes off her shirt and her face goes back like a fish. Funny as hell.
Yeah, when you're 12, it's a special moment when you're 12. I think it was, what was that, 97? I was probably 14, I guess, something like 13, 14, somewhere around there. Yeah, pretty close to that, yeah.
Yeah, 97, I would have been 12 or 13.
97, 98, somewhere in there. I remember vaguely. I did not see it until college, that I know. That was
Oh, no. My very religious aunt bought my cousin a copy on VHS or rented it, and we were watching it. She didn't know. I don't know if she still knows. Like, she was in the kitchen cooking or something.
Oh, my God. That's hilarious. Awesome. No, that was my... I graduated college in 3.5 years. I had like AP and overloaded courses because I just wanted to get out early. And even my senior year, I still had like... I was like, oh, I got a cinematic studies class I could take. So I just took like a movie watching class once a week for 3 hours. And Starship Troopers was one of our assignments for from that teacher, really cool from that professor. Yeah, it was a special class.
Yeah, I have a movie room in my basement. Actually, I collect videos and stuff. I collect too much stuff actually.
Hey, as long as you have space for it, it's fine. As long as that was that whole, what was that woman's name who was like, it must spark joy. I'm like, yeah, it sparks joy. Don't worry about it. Like, yeah, I got plenty of. That lady disappeared. Like, you can't question sparking joy for the stuff that I collect. Like, oh, wait, does this spark joy? Yes, I can tell you the exact memory and the reason why I have that exact item. Nothing is here by accident.
Yeah, I have a Virgil head. I was at his funeral.
Oh my God.
So like I've met a lot of wrestlers because of People Connections. I don't know if you know Mark Charles III or NU Wrestling at all.
I've just general cursory. My knowledge is skipping a stone. I'm out of touch. Ray's the one who will be able to keep up better with that part.
So Mark Charles drove Virgil around and took care of him. And Tito, Coco, all these guys talked to him. So like, yeah, we went to his funeral.
Oh, wow. Weird. Makes sense. Are you always Western PA, or you?
Yeah. I'm in Katanning, like, which is like 40.
Oh yeah, you're half an hour, 40 minutes from me. Yeah, I'm in Cranberry Township, so.
I go to Cranberry.
Yeah, I just came down from. I was up in Butler at your parents' basement for twice today, oddly enough, with my son. So they do a.
I've never been there.
Oh, it's a cool little place. They do a kids Dungeons and Dragons game every other week that my son partakes in. So he was there for that. Then I take him down to my daughter's birthday party because we ran him back for that. And he's like, I still want to play games and stuff. I was like, fine, I'll take you back up, no problem. So we ran back up, and the guy's there. I was like, I didn't know you were still running the same shift on Sunday, but like the guy was still, he's like, why are you back? I was like, this is my life, man. I don't know what to tell you. But it is a cool place. If you ever, you're what, only like 15 minutes from Butler proper, right?
Oh, about 40 minutes, something like that.
Oh, is it that far? I didn't think it was that far. It's it's always far.
Yeah, I mean, we just drove to Altoona like an hour and a half away to go shopping yesterday. So,
oh God,
hit up some car shops.
That's a painful ride from. Was that like 322, 422, something like that, the whole way from there?
Yeah, straight down towards Greensburg. and then
Wolf.
you go past Monroeville. I don't know what the roads are called.
Yeah, whatever.
I go through Apollo, and then hit the highway, go straight down through Greensburg, and
I only know Apollo for one reason. I knew somebody who lived there, and he told me their claim to fame is that they are the last Dairy Queen that uses proper vanilla in their ice cream.
That probably is true.
Not artificial. I should bring Ray in. Sorry, Ray.
They have this store called Nazers, and it has an awesome beef sticks and stuff upstairs.
Sorry about that, Ray. I apologize. I had muted the other screen.
I'm here.
I guess cool. So anyway, so we were just chatting Western PA and the greater Butler County area and the big tuna over in Altoona. Let me hit a button here. I gotta do this still. So I'm trying to think if there's anything else while I hit a button here to make sure that doesn't get screwed up.
I just need to make sure I know how to pronounce
a language.
Oh, you do whatever. I censor it. It's fine.
Okay.
Yeah, it's
I've
funny.
been trying to cut back on the swearing.
How do I pronounce your gamer tag?
Oh, vongein.
Vongein. Jeez. That would have been like my fourth guess. I'm glad I asked.
Like Baron von Ratsky. So I took the von for that, and Ed Gein. I took the last name for him.
There we go. That makes way more sense now.
Let's see.
My actual gamer tag's Batman Von Gein, but I cut Batman out, so it copyright stuff.
Yeah.
Keep you out of trouble that way.
Yeah. Hell, I even got it tattooed. I got Batman Von Gein right there.
Nice. One moment.
And we talk about Red Dead Redemption original, right?
Yes.
That's what on the list. All right. So I'm just making sure.
I haven't played it I haven't played it in a long time, but I mean,
no typo from either of us, Ray. That's the important part.
That's
yeah.
I was making sure.
Yeah, so cool. I brought references, like all the legit copies are beside me.
Oh, there we go.
Physical. All right, I think so. I kind of ran down everything, just about swapping off and whatnot. I don't think there's anything else as far as like prep or overview or anything goes. Do you have any questions for us about anything else? How this works? Like anything like that?
Not really.
Like I said, the whole idea is to be painless for you. So nothing. I think you can't handle doing YouTube videos. So, and if not, we had 7th grade. Again, I jokingly say we have 7th graders who did it, so it's perfectly fine.
Sorry, I should be all right. I think I can do as good as 7th grader.
That one required a lot more editing. I'm not going to sugarcoat it, but we made an episode out of it. So again, that's where my problem comes in, not yours. So,
Okay.
Yeah, I think that's that. Ray, you good? You warm, man? You ready to go?
I'm ready to go.
Cool. Well, Vongein, if you're good, we'll leave a slight break in here so I have a clean edit point. Let me just double check everything and make sure. Say hello again for me one more time.
Hello.
Cool. Ray, you are.
I hear him.
You're there. Cool.
I'm here.
And we are all tracked. Yeah. Okay, cool. I got nothing else. So,
Awesome.